What up? What's poppin'? It's your boy Suds. It's your man Drew. The boys are back in town, baby. It's nickel and dime week 6. Let's go.
Let's go indeed. Shawnee, how you feeling, buddy?
It's Monday, man. So I'm over last week. I have to be over last week. I have to move on. I'm not gonna trash the refs. I'm not gonna, bitch about Vita Vea being gone for the season. I'm gonna move on because we got Aaron Rodgers waiting for us. That's what we have.
Not gonna be upset about Nick Foles besting Brady for the second time?
Oh my God! They kept giving him those little short intermediate routes, man. And if you let Nick Foles get hot, he will burn you. And that's just what he wasn't getting anything deep. He wasn't getting anything deep. But alas, we took that L, man. I didn't see that one coming. That one hurt a little bit.
That is tough. I'll give you that one.
Yeah. On the flip side, though, you with that 3-game win streak, though, like
when you gonna stop doubting them Panthers?
When y'all beat somebody worth their salt, man. I mean, I thought the Cardinals was, fair. The Cardinals looking a little suspect though. They looking a little suspect.
But that is a nice win to hang your hat on, though. I'll take that. I think when it's all said and done this year, that's going to be a good one for us.
I mean, y'all got to test this week, though, Drew. I mean, with the Bears coming to town, man.
Yeah.
And this is another thing. Like, I will say, the offense is what it is for them. Like, obviously, they only put up 20 points. A lot of silver linings for Bucs fans in this one, but that defense is something to be feared, though. Like, that defense looked right.
Yeah, for sure. How'd you feel about please tell me you saw the Prescott injury, the ankle.
Yeah, I did, man. I was sick, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. We talked about that, man, a lot of times on this show, and it really sucks for him to have to go through that. I mean, he bet on himself, Drew. Like, he bet on himself.
He did,
and
he was doing great. He was looking like it was a great idea.
Yeah, he was shattering.
He was having
records.
A hell of a year.
Yeah.
Hell of a year.
Yep, and it just sucks for him. Like, when he started crying, and then Jason Garrett came out onto the field. Like,
that was what got me, man. When they showed him on the cart and he was crying, I was like,
yeah.
I don't like the Cowboys, man.
It just sucks for Dak, man. But hopefully, and to be honest with you, I still think Dak gets paid, but it might be right around what was already on the table. Like, it won't be what he deserves.
He's definitely not getting his $40 million now.
Yeah, it won't be what he deserves, but it just
and I mean also, like, that thing was sideways, bro.
Yeah.
Like, how is he even ready for next year?
Well, and they said it was a fracture, like a compound fracture and a dislocation. That looks like a break to me, sir. Like, it
was sticking out of his skin.
Yeah,
it's sticking out of his skin. So now he's got to worry about infection. He's got to worry about the same thing that Alex Smith just went through, and he was gone for 2 years.
Yeah, that rehab process is gonna be strenuous, to say the least. So hopefully, I mean, it's Dak Prescott. He's been through a lot, man. He's been through a lot, and I think he'll come back stronger. I honestly want to see how it's going to play out with the Cowboys situation. What are they going to do? Red Rocket, Andy Dalton in there. Andy Dalton. Yeah. What is he going to be able to do with that offense, man?
I mean, he got him a win.
Yeah.
It was against the Giants.
He almost gave it away too, though.
But they got to win that game if they're going to be anything. You don't lose to the Giants and turn your season around.
Right, yeah, no, exactly. That's a serious crossroads. Like, you losing to the Giants, man. The Chiefs took their first L, bruh. Like, they took their first L.
And I almost was happy for them that they took an L, because if anything, the Brady-led Patriots has taught us. Me and my wife were talking about this the other day, because she's a Chiefs fan.
Right.
And she agreed. She was like, you don't want to go into the playoffs undefeated.
Yeah, it just looms.
You don't want to do that.
It looms, doesn't it?
You need a loss. You need a loss or two during the season. It makes you still let you know that you need to work on things. You know what I mean? Like, they're as close to a perfect football team as you get, but I mean, still showed some questions in that defense a little bit.
They really did.
So I think it's good for them, man. I think it's going to be I think whoever they play next week, they got another tough game this week, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. But I think they're gonna come out guns a blazing.
I think they'll want to show that L was a fluke. You know what I'm saying? Like come out guns a blazing. And but that's you actually hit on it because they showed a lot of some chinks in that armor, man. They weren't. I mean, the Justin Herbert game, this game. I mean, it's kind of a lot. Maybe they aren't as dominant this year as they were last year, and that happens from time to time, man. That continuity,
which is crazy because I think their offense is even better this year. You know, like that's what's crazy to think is like their offense is even better, but their defense is a little tough in some areas.
Yeah.
But quick note, you just touched on it, Mr. Herbert, second most yards thrown in his first 3 games since the merger.
Whoa!
I mean, you know that number 1 spot's Camboy. But, number 2.
That's still a stat though. That's still a stat. I did not know that Cam had
931 yards in his first 3 games.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many times black quarterbacks got to say it, but not bad for a running back, like. You know what I mean? Like,
but I mean, when quick take, just gun to your head, who's going to end up having the better career, Burrow or Herbert?
At this point, I really got to go Herbert because it looks like if you start from square one, like Herbert looked like he might have the gift, man. Like that dude is.
He look good,
and I mean, like he looks like such a teenager in the face too, man. Like he still has.
I do love that. Did you see that meme where it's like they were saying all these players look like such and such?
Yeah,
and they're like Herbert looks like the quarterback in a Disney movie that all he wants to do is go dance.
Yeah, I could see that. But I mean, speaking of young cats getting shout outs, man, we got to mention the monster Chase Claypool, 4 touchdowns yesterday, and a plethora of fantasy waiver wire ads to accompany that with his 4 touchdowns.
I had him on my team. I had him on my team in one of the leagues, and of course I didn't start him.
Oh man,
because up until now he hadn't been start worthy. You know what I mean?
You're right. It's been Deontay Johnson, but that's I really don't think, and I'll get to this a little bit later when we talk about our matchups, but I don't think that this is a one-off for him as dominant as he looked.
I'm glad I got him. Yeah. He's
in
in the starting lineup this week for sure.
Yeah, I might have to do that if I can get my hands on him. Yeah.
I'll hear that, man. I mean, just speaking of rookie wide receivers in general, man, Lamb had a day again, too.
Yeah. I mean, they're starting to break out here a little bit, and actually, talking about the Cowboys, which also another teaser, but I'll just throw out a little stat right now. They have the 5th and 6th leading receivers in the league right now with CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper. Like they're getting it done.
Gallup had some fantastic catches last night too.
Yeah, in terms of yards, those are your guys, but. I mean,
for sure. But Gallup saved him. Gallup was that savior in that fourth quarter. If he doesn't make that catch on the sideline, I don't know if they win that game.
Yeah. And I mean, what a 3-headed monster! Like what a trio to have. And they're proving that they can get it done. Now Andy Dalton's got these weapons. I mean, has Andy Dalton ever had a receiving core go 3 deep? I don't know. He's had a lot of AJ and some
Pushman Zada.
Yeah, that might have been before Red Rocket. That might have been Carson Palmer, little Cars.
Oh, I thought he caught the tail end of it.
He might have.
Bush was in the league for a hot minute.
Yeah, he was. TJ, whose man is that? Was that man's name when he was in the league? Yeah, that's what I called him. Yeah.
Well, also shining yesterday. You can't forget about. He found some old dust in the bottle still.
Right.
Old Fitzmagic.
Yo,
put a hurting on them Niners, man.
Bruh, like where does he just digs in the well right when he needs to, just to extend that hope. 43-17.
Such a fun guy to watch, man.
I mean, it's just, how can you not want to play? Like when he's on like that, man, he is. I would love to play with that dude, man. Like,
are you kidding me? Like they even said it. I was watching the game a little bit yesterday, and they even were like, by all accounts, everyone on this Miami team is in a happier mood on a daily basis because Fitzpatrick is there.
Yeah. And wouldn't
you like to be that guy?
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why. Which I mean, hindsight's 20/20, but you had a lot of guys on the Bucs that wanted Fitzmagic to start over Jameis. I mean, Deshaun Jackson was one of them. So I mean, he can get streaky, man. But like, for as much as he can bring you up, he can bring you down just as fast and throw you out of a game with those interceptions. So even at this age, for as long as he's been in the league, he's still got to be consistent, and you just don't know what you're getting from week to week. But
he's a Pro Bowler 1 week and a practice squad player the next week.
And we can't. I mean, go ahead.
I think the person winning the most out of this is Tua, because the pressure's off. He gets to sit back and learn and watch and get his feet wet in the NFL.
That's a very good observation. And he'll probably be better off for it.
No doubt.
We can't skip over this fact though, Drew, and we kind of had this coming to us, but Jimmy G benched during the game. I mean, is it over? Is it over for you? I mean, already? Like, you were supposed to be...
Quick note before we get into Garoppolo. It was all good just a week
ago. It was all good just a week ago.
Notice they didn't put Mullins in.
Notice. On notice. They put in Beathard.
They did
beat hard.
Yeah. They did trash. But yeah, Garoppolo, man, it was shaky last year when they went to... as far as they did last year. You know what I mean?
Like now, what do they do? Because Mullins ain't the guy. CJ Beathard ain't the guy. You know what I'm saying? And Jimmy G ain't the guy. Are you was it just a short term benching? Did you just want to get his head right? Where are you going with that? So
they tried to spin it that they were protecting his ankle.
Nah.
But my man played garbage.
Nah, I ain't trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that at all, man. You know that's some trash. You know that's some trash.
Yeah. So I don't know. Do you draft a quarterback next year? Do you try to trade Garoppolo?
Shanahan gonna need somebody to run that offense, man. He's gonna need somebody to run that offense. Now, nice little segue action here. Speaking of running your offense, the man, the myth, the legend, Alex Smith, Drew, coming back, clap for him, man. Alex
Bravo,
Smith.
Sir.
Yes.
He could have lost that game by 100 points. That is a victory that he is on the football field.
Yep. And how crazy that his family was actually there. They was just coming to see him dress because he hadn't dressed before either. And then how serendipitous that he gets in the field and his family was there to see him. His kids were there to see him, man. That's huge, man. That is.
And huge. Kyle Allen was cleared to return, and then you're we're going with Alex.
I mean, if that leg is straight, man, Alex Smith is the best quarterback on that roster. So,
no doubt.
I mean, if he can get his head under him. And speaking of which, I'm gonna give a couple shout outs here in a second. Couple quick shout outs. Just something that I want to note by a very monstrous, classy guy. So we'll just save that for for a little bit. Just gotta note, Drew. The Browns are piping hot right now, man. They hot.
Like I said, man, they are just so fun to watch.
Yeah.
Baker was clearly in pain.
He gutted
most of that game.
Gutted that out. Yeah.
He even said, did you hear him today?
Yeah, he said, "Mama ain't raised no wuss."
Yeah, they're what's the chances you missing this week? He's like, nah.
Oh, Baker, he's ready for those sound bites, man. Baker's ready for those sound bites.
He's one of the toughest quarterbacks in the league, though. My man could get hit by a truck on the way to the stadium. He's I'm playing.
That cop hit him harder than anybody hit him so far in the league when that cop tackled him. So,
right.
Yeah,
You're right.
I mean.
I do love his commercials, though, man. His new commercials out.
Yeah, they are really good. They are really good. And he got his left tackle involved. Jedrick Wills was in one of the commercials too. So the one about the book club. So way to spread the love.
Oh, okay, spread the love. I was wondering who that was.
Yeah. Good. So, but just another quick note, we do have to mention the next three. We'll see what the Browns are made of: Steelers, Bengals, and Raiders. So one game they should definitely win, but those Raiders not looking like a slouch either, beating the Chiefs.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, talk about it.
Say he threw for 300 plus yesterday, and a lot of deep balls. Henry Ruggs getting involved. That John Gruden offense, man, it's looking good. Did your man Waller go off? I didn't see his stats.
Yeah, he put up some fantasy points for him. Nice. I think he put up 15.
Oh, that's from the TE. Yeah, you gotta have that.
Yeah, I'll take that all day.
Yeah,
take that all day.
So what else you got next that you want to mention, bro?
I'm a little worried about these teams that are still testing positive, man. I want to know why the Titans game is still on. Yeah, but they went ahead and just postponed the Patriots.
Yeah,
you hear Gordon was pissed. Melvin Gordon for the Broncos, which I get it. We practiced all week, we prepared all week, and you just gonna move the game.
Yeah, that's pounding on the body, man. That's straight up pounding on the body. That's especially for the running back. That's punishment, right? I mean, who knows what kind of practices that they've been having. Only so much contact allowed during the week, but you still gotta Still gotta,
and mentally you gotta get ready for it.
Yeah,
too, you know what I mean?
yeah, definitely, man. So, but yeah, just a couple quick notes that I want to give y'all, man. Couple shout outs. Patrick Queen, the speedy linebacker from the Ravens in that route yesterday, 9 total tackles, a strip sack, forced fumble, and 2 fumble recoveries. For the rookie.
Shout out to that whole Ravens defense.
Yeah,
they worked.
Yeah, they put in work yesterday, man. Aaron Donald, this is what I was talking about earlier, Drew. Aaron Donald had a day, bruh. 4 sacks, and he did not. This is what I was going to mention earlier. He did not lay the lumber on Alex Smith. He could have lit that man up, and he just picked him up and
that's respect, right?
That's respect. That's a very
right
classy guy for being such a monster on that.
I've seen nothing but class from that dude.
Yeah.
His entire time in the league, I've seen nothing but class.
If you have a fat guy 6-pack, you can do anything you want. That's just the rules.
Right.
It's
I strive as a fellow fat guy. I strive to have a fat guy 6-pack. It's not going to happen.
Those fat guy 6-packs are honestly more attractive than regular 6-packs because you had
did you see Kelsey, Jason Kelsey walking through the tunnel? I think it was like a week 1 promo from the Eagles. Uh-huh. His pads are up.
Yeah.
His fat guy 6-pack's just shining. He's in those form-fitting football pants. And his mullet's just waving in the wind.
Just a wave. I bet it was majestic. It was. That's the perfect word for it. It was majestic. Well, and that's the crazy thing, man, is because, like, honestly, speaking of fat guy 6-packs, like, how you got to work hard for a regular 6-pack, but how hard and how much do you have to eat and not eat and work out to get a fat guy 6-pack, right? Like
that means you got it down to a science. You know what I mean? Like, exactly. Your body's an instrument at that point.
Yes, sir. And we shall have respect. We shall have respect on this here show for the fat guy 6-pack.
Yes.
Let it be known. Yes.
You got any more shout outs?
Yeah, just my last one, same game. Jared Goff, 100+ passer rating in the last 4 games.
Looking good.
So
I'm so bummed we doubted the Rams.
yeah. They 4-1, I believe, man. So they doing work, man. They doing work. Definitely looking like a contender. So that's it. That's all I got for shout outs, man. We'll see what happens.
I'm excited to see them play Seattle, man. I can't wait for that matchup.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope.
See who's the cream of the crap.
Yep, it's gonna be real dope.
Well,
good.
Couple housekeeping notes. Michael Thomas suspended for fighting a teammate. I know you love that man, Sean. How do you feel about that?
This just confirms this dude's diva, man. He's a diva. Like, okay, and did you hear what happened? Like, did you hear why it happened, Drew?
They called him Slant Boy.
They called this man Slant Boy. They called him Slant Boy, and he got hot,
Slant Man,
and he couldn't take it. He couldn't take it. Malcolm Jenkins, see, this is how you know that Michael Thomas is a bitch. Like, I'm just gonna say it, like, because Malcolm Jenkins is the one who called him Slant Boy, but what did he do? He hit Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. See, that's some, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's weak. I
wouldn't throw hands with Jenkins.
Nah, I mean, like, because so what do? You pick on the younger guy, right? Like, you pick on the younger guy who's also a great player in this league. Like, let's give that man his due, even though I hate the Saints. But, like, you pick on the younger guy. You a lame, bruh. You a lame. Go sit down. And if they lose,
that was super lame.
Yes, if they lose this game, you know what everybody's gonna be talking about, Drew.
As of recording, it was 6-0 Chargers.
Okay.
So.
Herbert, let's go.
Herbert. Yeah. A couple more notes. Dak Prescott did have ankle surgery Sunday night. Of course, his return is not on a timetable at this point. Got to see how things heal. Yeah. See if more surgeries are necessary. If you've got a battle infection.
Right.
All that good stuff. Adam Gase is up for giving up the play calling. He's up for giving it up.
Yo, that is the telltale sign of like a last ditch effort.
Getting close,
right?
You're getting close.
You know, changing quarterbacks, giving up play calling duties. Like, these are all the telltale signs of somebody who is on their way out. You know, by the bye week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's got to be.
Yeah.
Speaking of on the way out, Falcons finally canned Dan Quinn.
Gotta mention it. Yeah. So long, man. So long. I mean,
the GM though today,
Dimitrov too.
he was, or the owner, the Falcons owner today was very mum on Ryan's future.
There's going to be a lot of teams that want that, veteran presence at their quarterback position. So Ryan's going to have a market. If he ain't in Atlanta, he will be the number one free agent on the board.
Shout out to that team that gets him, man. Wow. Yeah. He's going to be a huge upgrade for somebody.
What if it happens? What if it happens that Brady decides he wants to retire after this year? That's money off the books. What if the Bucs make a push?
Because y'all get Matt Ryan, I'm gonna be so mad.
That's the thing about the whole Brady era is like Bucs fans, we also have to have one eye on the future because Brady's only signed for 2 years. He only wants to play a couple more years. So we also have to look at young quarterbacks and know that a transition's coming. So, we're enjoying it now. Don't get me wrong, but we got to have one eye on the future, too. So that's something to keep an eye on for sure.
Yeah, that's okay. If you get Matt Ryan, I'm not a football fan anymore. Stupid.
Oh, you heard it first. You heard it first.
And last but not least, Texans linebacker McKinney officially out for the season. He didn't play Sunday, but the official word dropped on Monday.
Yeah, good linebacker. Good linebacker. We definitely talked about him when we talked about the Texans. Somebody that we were looking forward to having a good year. Obviously, wasn't going the way that he wanted it to, and now he's injured. So hopefully he can get back to as well.
Yeah, for sure. Well, as we get into our next segment, we got a very funny Your Team's update this week.
Hey.
We got a Jacksonville Jaguars fan, and he's reported he's a friend of the podcast. We're ecstatic to have him back, Mr. Mark Brady, Jacksonville Jaguars fan.
Another loss. What can I say? We give every winless team their first win. We're the NFL slut. That's what we are. We just give it away. First time in history, our offense isn't really an issue. Our defense has given up almost 500 yards each game. For some reason, we keep our defensive coordinator. We've been through 4 kickers in 5 games. So, yeah, I'm doing the rest of this whole thing laying down because I give up.
Yeah.
Ooh, spoken like a sad Jacksonville fan. Thank you, Mark. We appreciate that, man.
We definitely, man. Shout out to you, man. Hopefully it gets better, man. Minshew Mania, not quite what we thought it was going to be. But talking about the defense, giving up 500 yards a clip, and it looks like Todd Wash he was their defensive coordinator, and I just don't know if they're gonna if he's gonna make it through the season. I'll be honest with you. Because the offense looks like it's not the problem on that team.
Yeah, they put up points. They're in the game every shout out to the Jacksonville Jaguars because I feel like every time I watch them, they have a new wide receiver I've never heard of come out of nowhere and catch an amazing pass for a touchdown. So shout out to them for developing their young talent, man.
Exactly.
Just not on the defensive side.
Yeah, they paid for those, and now everybody left.
Yeah, but definitely check out Mark Brady. He's got some very funny stuff online. He's doing a lot of sketches nowadays. They're hilarious. You're going to want to
appreciate you, Mark.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully your team gets a little bit better because the Jacksonville Jaguars came in with the Panthers, so I got a little soft spot for them. You know what I mean? I don't want to see them do bad.
Yeah,
I miss the helmets. You should have never got rid of those helmets. The gold with the matte black. I love those. That's when you started
I did kind of low-key like them. Yeah, I did low-key like those.
Nice, man. Well, getting rid of Week 5, it's in the past. It's done. What
Week
matchups
6 is up.
Yeah, what matchups you looking forward to in Week 6?
So my very first matchup, I just want to get week 5 out of my system, man. My matchup. I don't want to talk about the Bucs right now.
I love it. We talked about what matchups, and Sean texted me. He's like, "I'm not talking about the Bucs this week."
I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of it. So my first matchup is Cards Cowboys, man. Cards Cowboys.
Ooh,
Cardinals.
Okay. A lot of question marks around that game.
A lot of question marks around that game, and that's why it's one of my matchups. So how does this offense change with Andy Dalton? Right? He's got everything he needs to be successful. Can he get it done with, Gallup, Lamb, Cooper, Zeke? Yep. I honestly expect Zeke to be heavily involved this week.
His first few plays were handing off as soon as he got in the game. You know what I mean? Get him comfortable.
Exactly. And the Cards' defense is ranked 19th in rush yards given up, so I want to see them test that. Now, the Cards are also 14th ranked against the pass defensively. So look for Dallas to try to test there, like to see if they're actually as good
Dalton's,
as top half of the league.
I think Dalton's still got it, man. I think he's going to do good things with his team.
We're going to find out. Yeah, we're going to find out. There's no excuses. I mean, with those kind of receivers,
oh God.
And somehow, like, even as Kenyon Drake had, I mean, I guess this is Kyler, but Kenyon Drake's been mucking it up. I mean, let's just be honest with you. Just mucking it up. But Kyler, the Cards ranked sixth in rush yards per game. So still, like, able to run the ball effectively. And Dallas's defense is 31st in, I mean, talk about how bad the Dallas defense is. They're 31st in rush yards given up. So those are
they're giving up so many yards. So many yards every week.
It's crazy. So those are a lot of the keys that I'm really looking for. How does the Cards defense handle Dalton? How do they pressure him? And can the saloon door that is Dallas's defense hold up against Kyler? Like, can they hold up against Kyler? Because Kyler's gonna pass, he's gonna run. Like, are you gonna be disciplined enough to contain that man and keep him in the pocket? And if you can keep him in the pocket, you might be successful. So Dallas, yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm looking for.
Okay,
who you got for your first matchup, bro?
I got Kansas City at Buffalo because I'm excited to see how the Chiefs bounce back from this loss. I think they're going to come out guns a-blazing, and the Bills are on a roll. Like, we get two of the – I know Josh isn't on that level yet, but we got two of the premier young quarterbacks in the league, man. I'm excited about it.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to have a playoff feel about it, and I love it. I love when you can get the playoffs in Week 6.
Yeah, and that's something that you really, like, you get the dominant – teams that like you look forward to it because you might see it again. You feel me? Like, it's just, and then if you do, like, everybody remembers those storylines from the regular season because, like, it just makes it that much more paramount, and it's every play at that point in the playoffs. I mean, that, so
no doubt. I love it, man. I'm excited, man. Yes, I truly don't know who's going to win that game.
Me neither. And just off the top of your head, real quick, who do you have winning that game? Like, who do you think? Just like thinking about everything you just said, who's going to win that game? You think
Chiefs?
You got the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Who's home? Who's home again?
Buffalo.
Oh, on the road?
Yeah,
on the road.
But I think the Chiefs they're good with playing in cold weather. If it's going to be cold, I don't even know if it's going to be cold.
I mean, you can't be that successful and not be able to travel.
Pat Mahomes is going to win the coin toss. He's going to turn his head to the side. He's going to hustle walk to the sideline, talk to Andy Reid in his visor. They're going to come up with a game plan, and they're going to put it on the Bills. I mean, it's going to be close, but that offense is going to.
Okay.
Pat Mahomes isn't losing twice in a row.
I like it. Way to make a quick call on that, Drew. I like that. So, talking about my second matchup, man, this is a legit game. It's Browns and Steelers. This matchup here, 4-0 versus 4-1. Yeah,
old hatred matchups.
And this might get dirty, man. I mean, this is and not only that, but the Browns are legit coming into the matchup, right? Like, they're legit.
I just hope Mason Rudolph plays like a down. That's all.
I forgot about that. A hidden storyline.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that, man. I love it. Yeah, now, as far as the breakdown is concerned, right? As far as the breakdown is concerned for this game, Drew, would you know that Baker was only throwing, like, averaging 182 yards a game?
Really? Because they're rushing that much?
Yeah, 32nd.
And Landry's throwing the ball?
yeah, 32nd in the league. I mean,
wow.
The Browns defense is 30th in pass yards given up. They're 30th in pass yards given up. Pittsburgh is 12th. Okay, so, like, Pittsburgh with Ben Roethlisberger and those receivers, that's why I really think that Chase Claypool has a chance to follow up with that monster game because, I mean, the Browns defense is giving those pass yards up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This is a top 10 rushing stat game as far as that goes. So the Browns are the top rushing team in the league, and Pittsburgh is 8th at stopping the run. Their run defense. So which is going to give there? Is Hunt going to be able to go off against the defense, Drew? I mean, like, Pittsburgh is great at stopping the run. There's no Chubb. It's all Hunt, man. You know what I mean? So I want to see how that goes off.
I think it will.
Yeah. I honestly, because he can pass and run. So, like, why wouldn't he?
All right. Well, quick response. How many touchdowns does Claypool have this week?
Ooh, good question. After 4, I'm going to say 1. And he's got a chance
that.
at 2.
Yeah, I like that.
He's got because like you can't. I think he'll definitely get 1.
He's gonna get a little extra attention this week. I feel like.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so like I think Connor needs more touches in this game. To be honest with you, he only had 15 rush attempts, and he only averaged 2.9 yards a carry. So
he's kind of disappeared a little bit, you know.
Right. I need more from that guy. This is the big thing for this game for me. So. The 4-0 Steelers, Drew. The 4-0 Steelers have only beaten teams with a combined 3 wins at this point.
Okay.
So are they is out of this matchup? If you'd have told me that Pittsburgh was the one that could be a paper tiger, I wouldn't believe you if this was like years ago, right? But like, I mean,
they haven't been tested.
It could be that
they were going to get tested in that Titans game, but we all know how the Titans are playing right now.
Right. Exactly. So the Browns are honestly the first legit test. For the Steelers, and that you heard that sentence correct. It's the Browns that are the first legit test for the Steelers. So
the Browns are looking every bit of that playoff team that you called them to be. So
and shout to Steven Nelson from the Steelers, man. Had 2 picks last week, but the secondary for the Steelers not really doing that well, giving up some plays last week as well to Carson Wentz. So
it's gonna be a fun game. Like I said, man, that's the main word that comes to mind anytime I think about the Browns in this season is fun.
Right,
it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
I mean,
they are entertaining.
I hope Landry comes back because he had a couple drops last week against the Colts, which the Colts are a whole other story. They're a mess right now.
Right, yeah.
But he had a couple drops. I hope to see, just from a pure fan standpoint, and I like the guy, I want to see a big bounce-back game for Landry.
For who?
For Landry.
Oh, yeah. He's just a dude that I like rooting for.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He keeps his mouth shut. He plays hard. Like it's good.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm with you on that, man. Who you got for your second matchup to finish out with Week 6, man?
I mean, I'm riding this high, man. I'm going Chicago at Carolina. I think my Panthers are a little bit more real deal than people were giving them credit for.
Yeah, let me just sit back. Let Drew have this one because I know he's been waiting. This is let's tune in, folks. Let's tune in.
I called 8-8 at the beginning of the season, and they're looking like that team. You know what I mean? I still don't think they can. I think they can hang with the NFC elite. I don't think they can beat the NFC elite. I think we're going to get a lot of questions answered as far as the Panthers go when they play the Bucks and the Saints and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But looking good so far, man. Teddy's getting it done. Those wide receivers are showing out, man. DJ Moore had a 55-yarder, I think, this week.
Anderson continue with Deshaun. That catch, that sideline catch, that's legit.
Fantastic.
That's legit receiver stuff.
Fantastic. And Mike Davis is doing a damn good job. I hope he's still playing. We've got to use him when CMC comes back to take that load off CMC.
His way onto the field. And
no doubt.
Honestly, man, I really think for y'all, man, CMC getting hurt was kind of just a blessing in disguise.
Because we didn't rely on him completely.
You didn't rely on him. You had to open the offense up. And it was like so much about CMC before the season started, when he was here, like feeding him the ball. And like the Bucks knew that. Like the last 3 games that we played, y'all, it was all CMC. Now we got burned in London. James threw that game away. But like that's what the game plan is. So now without him there, y'all are forced to figure out other ways to beat teams. And honestly, it's working right now. Y'all got 3 wins in a row. So I'm
excited about it, man.
Yeah, y'all are looking better. Now, my follow-up question to you about the Panthers is, now you said that, you picked them to go 8-8, right? You picked them to go 8-8. As far as them actually beating the teams that they need to beat to become a playoff team, in your eyes as a Panther fan, what needs to go right for them to be able to do that?
That defense needs to continue to grow and learn from every game, which they've shown so far. Well, you called it at the beginning of the season, man. I think Chin's going to be a superstar in this league. And they just got to, they're getting pressure on the quarterback. They're not giving up huge runs. And the offense is fun to watch again. I remember the days
even with boring Bridgewater.
I love it, man. He's taken way more gambles than he's ever taken in his career, and I love it. He's throwing the ball down the field, and it's paying off for him. Yeah. Keep it up. I'm calling him. I'm keying it in Teddy touchdowns. Keep coming.
Ooh,
let's keep doing.
Well,
this,
he kind of
man.
has to be that guy in that offense, that Matt Rule offense, does he not?
Yeah. I mean, that's what you want. You need a quarterback that's going to say screw it and throw it down the field a lot. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he's
for sure.
I was worried. That was a part of his game that worried me coming in. Is he made a lot of those 5-yard passes, the old slant boy when he was in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And
Slant Boy.
Slant Boy. Where's the T-shirts at? I'm buying one today.
Oh,
someone's put that on a T-shirt. If not,
if I go to a Saints game, if I go to any game, I'm sitting in the lower deck, right? I'm sitting in the first deck. You're going to see my Slant Boy T-shirt.
Slant Boy.
Like, Slant Boy!
It's fantastic, man. I love it. Oh, man. Well, next up, we got this is becoming my favorite segment that we do, man. We got them Man Crush Sundays.
The Man Crushes. I love it.
All right, Mr. Sudler, who is you crushing on in the tight end position this week?
I loves me a big burly man. I'm going with Mark Andrews from the Baltimore Ravens.
Good
man.
Choice.
And really, I mean, he is somebody who's already going to be on somebody's roster, but he is going to get off this week because honestly, Nathan Jerry is the worst linebacker in football. He's not going to be able to cover Mark Andrews, man. And the Eagles are gonna definitely. I won't lock it in that they're gonna lose because the Ravens, they're not gonna go undefeated. Somebody's got to beat them. I mean, anything can happen in the NFL. But Mark Andrews is gonna go off against the Eagles on Sunday.
I love it, man. He's deceptively fast. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm going Evan Ingram, New York Giants.
I like Evan Ingram, man.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think he had a good game against Dallas, and he's playing the Washington football team next. So I don't really see anybody on that team stopping him. You know.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen either. And he's a matchup nightmare. I mean, I know you hear that all the time, but he's so quick, man, and he can kind of do anything you want
for his size.
He's not,
too, man. Like, come on.
Exactly, and he's not there to block. Like, he is a true receiving tight end, and they use him that way, and that's why he's consistent. So,
all right, yeah. So my wide receiver this week, you're gonna like this one,
right?
I'm going Mike Evans.
Ooh, all right.
I think
this is the first Buck player you picked.
It is. I think he's going to be a shootout. I think that Green Bay Tampa Bay game is going to be a shootout. I think all of those guys are going to benefit. Mike Evans. I'm not going to doubt that dude ever again. I'm playing on that hurt ankle and coming out and just doing work.
That dude's a man. He's a man. He's a man.
He takes his lunch pail to work every day, and I appreciate it.
He really does, man. He really does. And another reason, this is another thing. I just love Mike Evans because I love Mike Evans, but Mike Evans also loves boxing, and I love boxing, man. Low key, I will always love boxing, man. He's
I'm an MMA guy.
Fan. Shout to Mike. Yeah, I mean, I gotta have some type of fight. I need to see people getting beat up. So,
sure. Did you see that kick? You see that kick?
Oh yeah, man. He iced him. Put him
Trust
to sleep.
me, you can just go Google the kick right now, and you'll know what we're talking about.
You'll find it. Yeah, do yourself a favor.
Who's your wideout this week?
So my wideout this week, honestly, we talked about it before, bruh, but it's Chase Claypool.
Okay,
and the reason why is he's facing the Browns. We talked about it a little earlier. They're giving up a lot in the pass game. They're going to want to go to him, and there's just not a lot of people, a lot of corners who can match up with that kind of speed and size, man. And
he's a prototype, isn't he? Come on.
Yeah, he really is, man. And I really think that he's not going to get 4, but if he can get you, a consistent amount of targets, which I think he'll get a consistent amount of catches, and I think he scores a touchdown, man. So that kind of that floor, I think he gives you a good floor this week is what I'm trying to say.
If he gives you 60 yards and a touchdown, if it's a PPR league, you're still getting 14, 15 points. You know what I mean?
And hopefully he's not your 1 or 2, but definitely you can flex him. He's definitely
he's going to be a great flex
coming up this week. Yeah, for sure.
I've been having to play running backs in my flex, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I would love to have a receiver in my flex, man. I'm typically a receiver heavy guy.
Me too. I usually draft receiver heavy. Who you got as your running back this week?
So my running back, man, coming back to this shootout that I definitely think is going to be, it's Ronald Jones, man. It's Ronald Jones for the Buccaneers going against the Packers. And now, while I think it's going to be a shootout, Ronald Jones is going to get volume because the Bucs are going to want to come into that game, establish the run, and Ronald Jones is coming off 2 back-to-back 100-yard games. This last one, he just seems to get stronger as the game goes on. He's one of those running backs. So if you give him volume, if you give him carries, he might be able to salt the game away for you in the fourth quarter when nobody's going to want to tackle that dude. So I really think he's got a chance to. And then he almost had a touchdown that was taken away last year on some, not last year, but last game against the Bears. Suspect call by the refs. He caught the ball and rolled in, but they didn't let him advance. So he's going to score. He will score once, but maybe twice in this game. Okay. I really think he might have a 2-touchdown game for you.
I like it, man.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm going old school, man. I'm going Todd Gurley for Atlanta.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I mean, they're playing against Minnesota. Somebody's got to win, right?
Yeah.
If they tie, I'm going to laugh so hard.
Oh, man.
But Todd Gurley, I think he's going to have a day. He might, like you said, he might not put up 100 yards, but I expect a touchdown or two for this guy because he's still absolutely dynamite in the red zone. So, yeah, I got Todd Gurley against Minnesota.
Okay. All right. So, I guess that what you want to do? Defense, you want to go into the quarterbacks. How you feeling, Joe?
I mean, we got a theme going, so I'll go quarterback. I'm going Aaron Rodgers. Like I said,
same Z's. I got Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I got Aaron Rodgers.
Perfect. Yep. I think that back and forth, the battle of two of the all-time greats, and it's going to be great. I'm excited about it.
I'm very excited about it, but this is the thing because I'm a Bucs fan, and I just know that it's the national game is at 4:00. So I just know that this game will be a shootout for one team or both teams. It's
and see, I get to sit back and enjoy it.
I think it's going to be a feast or famine, man.
You get to be stressed out. I get to just chill back.
I'm going to be so stressed. Especially because, if the Bucs just get their ass whooped, I'm going to be stressed. And then if it's a close game, I'm going to be stressed. So, there's no situation where I win this week unless the Bucs come away with the win. So, they really need this game because, they really can't afford to go 3-3 and then lose to two teams in the NFC North. Now, and talk, talking about this game, man, between the Bears and Panthers and the Bucs and Bears, there is a lot of playoff scenarios that's happening between those two games right now as far as who will be in, who will be out, and how it could play out if the Panthers do keep on this current trajectory and people think the rest of the teams will do what they're supposed to do. So
the great thing is, man, is this ride is completely stress-free for me because we weren't supposed to be good this year. So every win is a bonus for me. You know what I mean? I know we're already teetering in the territory of not having a good draft pick. Who cares? Let's have fun this year. See what happens.
Yeah.
You got Edwards-Helaire in the 32nd pick. Anything's possible.
Right.
We don't need that top 5 pick. It's fine. Go out and win. Yeah. Go have fun. Teddy Bridgewater, keep throwing the ball.
That's what he's going to do, man. That's what the offense calls for. So I cannot see that changing. I wish y'all the best, except for when y'all see us. Man. If you can beat the other NFC South teams,
no doubt.
As long as we beat y'all, I'm fine.
As long as we keep beating the Falcons, I'm a happy guy.
Yeah. When do the Bucs and the Panthers play each other? Is it toward the end of the season?
I think so. Yeah. So maybe something will be on the line for it. Who knows?
Maybe, man. But yeah, so I guess that leads us to the defense, man. I'm
glad we left the defense for last this year. They need more credit. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And talk about credit. 26 fantasy points last year. Credit. I'm going Baltimore Ravens.
Ooh, good pick.
Yeah. I think they're gonna keep making Carson Wentz look dumb.
Yeah. Just the collective meltdowns every time the Eagles lose, man. It's it is the stuff that it's just
I can imagine.
So great.
I can
seeing
imagine
Philly fans melt down, man.
Yeah,
it's just it's crazy. They the way that I have seen curse words be strung together is it is masterful. The way that it's coming out of Philadelphia when they lose them games, man. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. For my defense, Drew, I have the LA Rams, bro, against the 49ers.
Nice, yeah. The Niners are showing nothing.
Nothing. And Aaron Donald coming off a 4-sack game. You come off with a 4-sack game from that man. he obviously wants Defensive Player of the Year aspirations. I want to see him keep it going. I really think they continue their streak. And and build that confidence, man. Like, I don't want a confidence Ram team. The Bucs have to play them down the road. So
that's going to be a very tough out in the playoffs if they keep playing like this.
For sure. So that's what I got for my defense, bro.
Nice, man. I like it. All right, let's on to the locks for this week.
Locks.
Yeah, you went 1-1 last week. I went 2-0.
I did. I called y'all for that loss, man. So
yeah,
are we even again? Are we even?
We're both 7-3 again.
All right, back to square one.
Yeah, new season.
Yeah,
brand new season.
All right.
Who is guaranteed to lose this week for you?
Guaranteed to lose this week. It is the Drew, you got me. I gotta make sure I win this one. I'm going with the Jets, man. I gotta take an easy one to get back on track.
I hear you, man. Kick them while they're down. Okay.
Yeah. And I will. All the dirt on their face. Yeah, so I'm going with the Jets to lose this week. What about you? Who you got?
Man, you're not gonna like this
to lose.
You're not gonna like this at all.
Drew, if you say this, man,
it's not who you're thinking of, but you're still going.
All right. Don't you start that week off like this now.
I'm guaranteed Cleveland's going to lose to Pittsburgh.
Okay. I didn't see that coming.
I'm going Cleveland's. This is one of those random, you can't ever explain it football moments where history just comes back tenfold and the winner, who's supposed to win, wins. And I'm going Pittsburgh over Cleveland.
It's like some big brother, little brother type. You know what I'm saying?
Like you're good, but you're still not better than me. You know?
Right. Maybe you can't mentally get over the hump. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it is.
And the great thing is, if they win, I'm still happy because it's fun to play, fun to watch. Yeah. So win-win on my part.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see that game, and they put it on at 1:00 too, so it's probably going to be the national game at 1. Yeah. So I guess if you want to snake draft it, you want to give us your winner while you at it, or you want me to go?
This might shock a couple of people too that I'm saying this in a win in the same shot, but shout out to my boy Chris Mara. New York Giants are going to win this week.
Oh wow!
I think that Washington team is just
yeah.
So I think the Giants get the win over Washington.
Giants get the win over Washington. Okay. All right. I said I wasn't. Maybe. I'm trying to think if I want to go easy. I'm going. It's
not
getting
go
a
for
little
it, man.
Dicey here.
Throw it out
it's
there.
Getting a little dicey. All right. Look.
Guaranteed lock to win.
So my guaranteed lock to win, man. I'm riding with Kirk O'Bangs, man. I got the Vikings over the Falcons, man. I don't think that the Falcons get that new head coach bump with Raheem Morris. I think that Dalvin Cook runs wild. To be honest with you, and maybe the Vikings defense can really shut this Atlanta team down. They looked a little discombobulated, like that offense wasn't what it was supposed to be or what it was in the first couple of weeks of the season. And Ridley didn't have the best game, so I think the Vikings kind of take this one more easily than people would think. To be honest with you.
Oh wow. Okay. You're just saying the Atlanta's going to keep being the trash fire that it is.
yeah, the dumpster fire. I would say maybe a 10-point loss. Ooh. Like 10 points sounds about right.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. Well, do you have any step-up candidates this week? Anybody needs to step up as far as you're concerned?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, talking about that Jets-Chargers game, I definitely have one from that game, and it's Justin Herbert, man. I mean, get a dub, my guy.
Yes,
I don't know how this game's going. We gotta check this one in. You've been close. Get a dub, man. It's there for you, for the taking. Now the team's got to help you out, right?
Oh,
the team's got to help you out.
Those running backs got to step up. Jesus, you talked about it last week.
Yeah, the running backs definitely have to step up. And honestly, I'm going to say all the defense in the Lions-Jaguars game. Everybody there needs to step up. Because,
everybody.
We talk about, Mark said it the best. The Jaguars giving up so much, so many yards. And the Lions can't seem to close out when they need to close out, man. So I want to see everybody from that whole game, all 22 defensive starters, step up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
step it up.
As of the recording right now, it's 20-10 at halftime. The Chargers are beating the Saints.
Let's go.
Herbert's got 109 yards, 3 touchdowns. Herbert's got 3 touchdowns.
Herbert.
Yeah. But then again,
for every zit on his face.
And Jackson's got 35 rushing yards, and Kelly's got 24.
Oh. Well,
this might be a scary team. This might be a scary team. Breeze, 93 yards, 1 interception.
The punch heard round the world, huh, Michael Thomas? I guess so. I guess you right. I wonder if he's on the bench or if he's like dressed out or if they sent him home. Or
if I'm the coach, he's sitting right there beside me the whole game.
Oh yeah,
I'm putting him in silent lunch like we had in school.
Right.
Like you don't talk, you're right here. Lunch. You're right beside me.
I hate the silent lunch.
Oh, dude, It was torture. It was torture.
It was.
Well, nice man.
Yeah,
I'm excited about week 6.
Yeah.
Think some fun things are gonna happen. Shawnee, where can they find you?
They can find me at the Kid Suds on Twitter. Let's chop it up there, man. Let's get into a couple of things. You know what I'm saying? All types of shenanigans. And of course, I'm gonna be plugging my man, my co-host, my guy, Drew. All of his stuff, all of his funny stuff, man. Make sure to follow him.
Check it out.
And Drew's gonna get into that here in a second. But at the Kid Suds, at nickel_down football on IG, man. That's where you can catch me.
We need some more of your team updates. Send them our way.
Send them in.
You can find me on drewharrisoncomedy.com. And as always, at Laugh with Harrison on Instagram. Send me all the stuff, man. I love it.
Yep.
Well, we'll see you next week.
Peace.